Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. What is happening with Star Citizen 4.0? As always, a huge thank you to all of my patrons and channel members, in particular to my latest channel member, Vil Helonen. Thank you so much for the support, it is truly appreciated. So today I would like to catch you all up with what has been happening with Star Citizen 4.0, what Cloud Imperium have been doing over the course of the holidays to help fix the many issues plaguing the persistent universe, as well as what my experience has been. And I do apologise for my voice, I unfortunately have a cold. Also remember that the TOBII Tracker 5 is still on sale at 20% off until the 3rd of January, and using the link below will get you that deal while providing my channel with a direct kickback. And a big thank you to all of you who have done so already. So Star Citizen 4.0 on the preview channel has been a patch of many ups and many downs, and since its release, Cloud Imperium have been doing a lot to try and fix the various issues that we have been dealing with, even working throughout the holiday break. Now, my experience of 4.0 has as well been both good and bad. On a day-to-day basis, it can be either completely unplayable with issues from the moment that I log in, or the smoothest, longest, most enjoyable play sessions that I've had in a long while. And as it stands today, Cloud Imperium have rolled out multiple hotfixes. They have hotfixed the issues with quantum travel, sending players in the wrong direction, although I'm sure I've seen people saying that this is still happening. Thankfully, not for myself. For the MOBIGLASS missions, there was a bug which removed them all, and then over time, Cloud Imperium slowly reintroduced them, with more of them working, but still many of the missions not finishable to my understanding. Now, they also recently worked on a hotfix to the hybrid service to help address the increased frequency of 30Ks and black screens that many players appear to be suffering from. Hopefully these are much less frequent now, but again, thankfully I've not had any issues with 30Ks or black screens over the last few days that I've been playing. But also on Christmas Day, very early in the morning, so Christmas Eve in the US, they put out a status update mentioning that they will put out a more in-depth breakdown after the holidays to speak further about what the issues 4.0 preview saw, but they briefly highlighted some corrective action that they have taken so far. Now, for global lag, they deployed a series of hotfixes to reduce the impact on the systems being affected, which they say resulted in improved interaction responsiveness and faster login queues, which certainly helped me get into the game quicker, although it can still take quite some time to load in. For the missions, as mentioned, they deployed a corrective hotfix after identifying the issue, and I have found myself that the hauling missions worked the other day, allowing me to finally complete the entry hauling mission, but I haven't tried any other missions beyond that. As many of you know, I prefer to just earn credits in-game in a more organic way, based on what the persistent universe has to offer. But finally, with the change to allow players to directly spawn in their hangars, they found that there was a reduction in overall performance to the back-end infrastructure. So they temporarily disabled this so that they can monitor what the issue is and hopefully find a fix soon. Which is a bit of a shame, as I really enjoyed that. But for me, the hangars are the main issue right now. Trying to take off, my hangar door will open, but the ghost instanced hangar, or like I'm twinned with someone, their hangar door won't open, so I can't get out. That is very annoying. I just kept server hopping over and over until I found a hangar that let me out, which I did eventually. But also coming back to the hangar, this was at New Babbage, while doing a delivery mission, it wasn't allocating me a hangar for a long while, so I had to go away. I came back later on, and it opened and I was able to get in. So not great with hangars, that is, as I say, the biggest plague for me right now. But it does say that in addition to these issues, they have rolled out service updates aimed at optimizing reputation and the mission services, social system improvements, hopefully this includes VoIP, optimizing the prevention of concurrent unstows of hangars, and safeguarding against the current leading cause of hybrid crashes. So plenty going on right now to help resolve the main issues. As I say, they've been working throughout the Christmas period. I think they took Christmas Day off, I hope they did, but they have been working all the days either side. But the rollout of 4.0 to this preview somewhat live state was an incredible achievement in regards to finally getting server meshing out the door. Now that cannot be understated. Server meshing works, it has brought major performance improvements both for server and client FPS. The alpha just runs phenomenally well for me now. It's like a whole new experience. The downside is everyone is still suffering from these major issues that they didn't quite manage or have time to get fixed before pushing it to this preview state. Some bugs are worse than others, of course, and for me, it is literally a day-by-day thing. One day I'll jump in and there's barely a single issue. The next day, it is rough and unplayable and I can't even get out of my hangar. Now, there is no denying that anything rendering the persistent universe unplayable does of course mean it's not in a good state, but the fact that the game's performance is now drastically improved from what it was, thanks to server meshing, and when the issues are not happening, myself and others, I have noticed, have been able to play Star Citizen continuously for hours without a major hiccup. It is really highlighting how much of a different game Star Citizen 4.0 is already, but more importantly going to be once they have these issues with things like hangars, missions and other systems. Getting them fixed when they get back from their holiday break will put us in a great place for 2025. And as Chris Roberts pointed out in his recent letter, this new year they're focusing on bringing us performance improvements, stability improvements, and a lot more content. Now, I have actually been craving playing Star Citizen 4.0, and the way I play 4.0 right now is I jump on, and if anything is being difficult, if it isn't easy and simple to work around, I just jump off and do something else. If it is working, then I stay on for as long as I can and have a great time. Over the holidays myself, I have been running on my private alt account, making sure that I just take time off rather than it feeling like a job. Using my Zeus in the Stanton system to make a bit of cash, getting kitted out with a decent set of armor, getting some weapons and ammunition, while gathering Ninetales armor as well to sell, getting organized and ready to jump through to Pyro. And in fact, over the duration of playing, my ship has begun to look a little worse for wear, not damage from combat or anything, just from the environment, bashing into trees now and again. So I've gathered up some RMC in a multi-tool canister, and I plan to set about just patching up the damage. But my biggest gripe right now is VoIP more than anything. Hangars, of course, are annoying, but once you're out of there, it's not too bad. But VoIP, not being able to speak to others, sell them gear that I've found, it is really annoying. And I have actually also just found, salvaged off a derelict player ship, a pair of those pyro attrition repeaters that you get from completing Save Stanton, which I never got to do, so that was a pretty damn good find. Anyway, I am very excited for when Cloud Imperium return to the office and get all of these issues ironed out. They will also be refactoring the transit and social systems pretty sharpish too. That will fix up and help them to maintain issues with trams, elevators, hangars, and VoIP. Not to mention they're going to start pumping out new content while finishing off static server meshing and getting dynamic meshing out the door as well. I personally really appreciate all the continued work Cloud Imperium have done over the Christmas period, as 4.0 has become more and more playable compared to where it was when it first dropped to everybody. There is still a bit to do before it is less hit or miss, but going into 2025 with what I have been playing is going to be like a whole new era, watching Star Citizen evolve in not just content, which now server meshing is out the door, can include professions like proper bounty hunting and exploration. Not to mention, we will be seeing engineering come along pretty sharpish as well in the new year, but even more stability and performance, plus more engine updates with global illumination, ray tracing, Vulkan multi-threading and PlanetTech version 5. We are set for quite a year ahead, and I'm so happy to be on the other side of the almost everlasting hunt for server meshing, it feels. Now, before I finish, alongside the TOBII tracker sale, GameGlass are also doing another promotion for the end of the year with 30% off when you use the 20% off code, which is 2024 YE promo, plus my own 10% off code, which is just SMB. You can use them both, stack them together to get 30% off, while also providing my channel with a direct kickback. All the details can be found below, and a big thank you to those who do so. Anyway, with that said, if you do enjoy my content, please do consider subscribing. I'm hopefully going to be streaming today. I don't know if I'm going to be up for it, but that will be here on YouTube and over at twitch.tv/SuperMacBrother. You are all more than welcome to come and hang out. If I'm not live, then I've probably decided just to take the time off and chill. I don't feel too bad, just a bit sinusy, but I'll let you all know on my socials. Hit the thumbs up if you don't mind, it does the channel a big favour, and tick that notification bell if you'd like to be notified when my videos go live. Again, a huge thank you to my patrons and channel members. Cannot do this without you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.